Yes, good day, class. This is Metric Up once again. I welcome you to end of term 4 revision. We are going to work on revision and also exam scope. This is just a template of what you're gonna expect in your exams that you are writing anytime soon. Please keep following and get connected. Metric Hub is there for you. Ensure that you are fully connected by subscribing, sharing, and liking. Don't forget to turn on your notification button. So basically today we are going to work on paper 2 stuff. For some of you who are revising, I'm sure that this is going to be so quite interesting. And without wasting any time, note that uh, our paper is term 4. We said it's a revision work, which also gives you a checklist for your revision as an exam scope. Without wasting any time, I always say that please don't forget to read instructions. Whenever you are writing exams, don't just rush to answer. Start by reading instructions first. So, without wasting any time, these are our instructions. I'm not going to read them anywhere now, but I just want you to take note of one thing. Every section has got its own instruction, or every question has got its own instruction. So please note that those instructions are very important. So now, our first question is question number 1. We are going to state our question on our paper on question 1. Zanele and Refilwe are driving to Pretoria one morning. Zanele departs from Randburg and picks up Refilwe, who stays in Midrand. The car is driven at an average speed of 100 kilometers per hour. The average speed is 100 kilometers per hour from Randburg to Midrand, then to Pretoria. So they are going to go they are going to go to from Randburg, Midrand, and then Pretoria. The clock below shows the time at which Zanele left. The departure time for Zanele is what is shown on the clock, which is the one that we are seeing here. It is reading our departure time. Our departure time, which is given on our clock here. If you can see, you can actually agree and see that our time, which is shown on this clock, can be I mean, we are going to calculate it anytime now. So the question first says, identify the type of clock displayed above. What type of clock is displayed above? Because it has got a minute hand and an hour hand. We say that this is called the minute hand, and then obviously the other one is the what? Is the hour hand. So this reads the time. This reads the minutes after the hour that is shown, or towards an hour that is coming, and the hour hand is showing the hour that is there. So what we are saying is that a clock that is like this is known as an analog clock. It's known as an analog. It is an analog clock. One thing that I want you to understand is that an analog clock is actually it has a clock face with a dial of numbers from 1 to 12. It has got a dial of numbers. It has got a number series that is from number 1 going right round going right round up to what? Up to 12. As you can see, we are saying this is a what? An analog clock. It has got a clock watch, a clock facing, and then it actually has a dial of numbers 1 to 12 with an hour hand and a minute hand, as I just showed you there. So it actually rotates clockwise direction. As you can see, it rotates in a clockwise direction, which is shown by the arrow that I'm showing you here. Sometimes they might ask you to say, show the direction of movement of time on this clock. So it rotates in a clockwise, there is a clockwise rotation. The rotation is what? Clockwise. That is one thing that you should understand. clockwise rotation, and then we say again that it has got a minute hand and an hour hand. Uh, one other thing is that one other thing that I want you to take note of about this clock is that it also it has got numbers that to show the time. The hour hand shows the what the hour hand, I mean the longer one is the what is the minute hand, and the shorter one is the what is the hour hand, which is shown as I have shown you here. So I want you to take note of that. Sometimes we have also a stopwatch. A stopwatch is that one, a digital one that sometimes is used in terms of keeping time in sports or in certain activities. It counts time. So therefore, we also have a stopwatch, but this one is called an analog clock. Uh, the next question is saying write down the time with write down the time suddenly left in words. The time that is suddenly left in words. We are saying according to the time that is given there. Uh, what time did this did Zanele left? The time that Zanele left, you can see that you know from one between 1 and 2 we always have 5 minutes. We also have 5 minutes. So in all, this can give us 60 minutes. So I'm saying we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm saying, as you can see there, what happens is that you need to know that what is the time then which this one is showing. So it has got from 12, 1 and 2. So what needs to be known is that this is 10 minutes past 10. This is 10 past 10, which is the time that is shown here. The clock shows 10 minutes past 10. That is the time that is shown there. 10 minutes past 10. 10 minutes past 10 is what the time it is actually what is shown here in terms of the time. Like I said, the minute end and the hour end. So as we can see, this is 10 minutes past 10, and we can see this is in the what? 10 minutes past 10 morning. And then the next question is saying, finally arrived at refiller's place at 27 minutes past 10. Determine how long it took you to get to Midrand. What happens is that we need to identify that Zanele and refiller are driving to Pretoria. Zanele departs from Randburg and picks refiller who stays in Midrand. So we want the time from Randburg to Midrand. What is the time that we want to look at? So the car is driven at that speed, and then what is given here is that they are suddenly he departs at 10 minutes past 10, and then he arrived. We are saying this is arrived at refiller's place at 10 minutes past 10. This is arrival time. Arrival time, and then departure. Departure time is what we give to say that it is 10 minutes. It is 10 past 10. So that is the departure and that is the arrival time. So the question is saying, determine how long it took for you to get at Midrand. So what we are just being asked here is the time that it took from on the road from Randburg to Midrand. So what is the time taken there? Time taken, you want time taken is equals to, what do we do? We say arrival time minus departure time is equals to arrival time minus departure time. So what we can do is that we are calculating the difference in time. So what is happening is that we are given that he left at 10 past 10 and arrives at 27 minutes past 10. So what we are actually asked here is that 10 past 27 past 10 minus 10 past 10. And then that is what you are asked to, that is what you are going to get here. And then you are subtracting. So what is happening is 10 minus 7 minus 0 is 7. And then 2 minus 1 is 1. And there we get 0. So now what is happening is that how long does it take? Therefore, it took him, determine how long it took to get to Midrand. 17 minutes. It took Zanele 17 minutes. It is 17 minutes from Randburg to Midrand. 17 minutes. We are saying arrival time minus departure time. Therefore, we are able to get the what? We are able to get the time spent or the distance on the road. How much time did Zanele took to arrive? I mean, to get to 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 Midrand. So we can see that that is 17 minutes. And then the next question is saying, Sisanda drew the diagram below showing the room she uses to study. The room that she uses to study. And then we are given the length here is 230 centimeters. And then is 200 centimeters. And then it is given there that here there is a door and there is a veranda or something which is given like these measurements here. The question is saying define the term perimeter. Define the term perimeter. So if you can see that perimeter is the distance right around an object or a shape. When we measure perimeter, we want the total area right around an object or a shape. It is distance right round, distance right round, that is right round an object, that is right round an object, an object or a shape. We call that what? Perimeter. The perimeter is actually the distance right round an object or a shape. So we are saying if we take all of it from the start to the end, from here, we go all the way, we measure everything, we measure all of it. We are measuring the total distance there. So we call that is called what? That is perimeter until we get to the start point again. So that is perimeter. So now distance right around an object or a shape is what we call perimeter. That's what we call perimeter in maths or in simple terms by definition. And then calculate, hence calculate the perimeter. Question saying, hence calculate the perimeter of the room in centimeters. We want to calculate the perimeter of the room in centimeters. So the perimeter that we are supposed to calculate here, calculate the perimeter. Perimeter is the distance right around, which we are saying this is equals to, we can find it that we look at our shape there. We are going to say 230 centimeters plus 200. We are saying this one length plus this one plus this one plus this one plus that one, which we can just say it can also be given as to say this we can complete it and say that it is 230 centimeters, 230 plus 200 plus 95 plus 88 plus 135 plus 112. That is all the measurements that are here. We add them together. The perimeter, we are adding all this. We measure we add all these together. we can add all this, which is perimeter is equals to, I can say 112 plus 230 plus 200 plus 95 plus 88 plus 135. And then this can give us our total. We are adding all the numbers that are there. When we add all those numbers, what we get, we can get that this is equals to, remember these are centimeters already. We are not converting or changing anything. So all these are in what? All these are in centimeters. Don't forget that these are in what? In centimeters. So if we add all of them, we get 860 centimeters. 860 centimeters. That's the perimeter, which is asked to say calculate the perimeter of the given study room. The perimeter of the given study room is addition of all the figures that are given on this plan or on this shape. So question 1.3, Timothy wants to lay ceramic tiles in his rectangular bedroom. Study the details of the size of the tiles that Timothy will use below and answer the questions that follow. So we are saying these are the things. This is it's 14 centimeters by 43 centimeters by 43 centimeters, meaning to say this is a what? This is a square. This is a square, as you can see, equal sides, a shape with equal sides is a what? It's a square. So now what is happening is that convert 43 centimeters to meters. Convert 43 centimeters to meters. What do you do? We are saying that convert 43 centimeters to meters. In that case, what you need to know is that 1 meter is equals to 100. 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters. So what is 43 centimeters? So you are dividing 100 into 43 there. So we are going to say that this is equals to 43 over 100, which will give you 0.43 meters. This will give you 0.43 meters. It will give you 0.43 meters. That is what you can see here. We are saying the relationship is calculated. We calculate this by understanding the relationship between meters and centimeters. 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters. So 43 is equals to how many? That is what you are doing. So we are saying it is equals to what? Let's see, which is equals to 43 over 100, and then we get 0.43. This is equals to 0.43 meters. That is equals to 0.43 meters. That is what you should understand in this case. And then hence calculate the area of the tile in square meters. Calculate the area of the tile. You may use the formula for the square is equals to side by side. So we are saying area of a square is equals to s squared. That is side by side. So we are given that our answer that we get is that we got 0.43. So this is equals to 0.43 squared. And then what are we going to get there? 0.43 squared. When you calculate that, you would find out that it is side by side, 0.43 times 0.43, which is the same as side squared, we can get that is gonna give us 0.1 0.1849, which we say this is equals to 0.18 square meters, 0.18 square meters, 0.18 square meters is what you can get there. 0.18 square meters is the area that you can get. 0.18 square meters is what you can get, which you get by saying 0.43 times 0.43, which is 0.43 squared. S squared is equals to that. We are given 1.43. Study the list of items below that are needed to assemble an office chair and answer the questions that are there. We have got casters that are 5 of them. Casters, there are 5. And we have got armrest, which are also 2. We have got seat cushion is 1. And then we have got gas lift. Gas lift is 1 also. And then base is times 1. Backrest is times 1. Headrest is times 1. We have got the alien key and all other things that are shown there. So the question is saying, identify the number of casters, which are also wheels needed to assemble the office chair. How many of them? What is needed here is just to see. We are not calculating anything, class. We are just going to identify from the what? From what is given. We are given this. The information is on the information sheet that we are given here. Casters, we said there are what? There are 5 of them. So number of casters that are needed to assemble this one is 5. It's 5, which is given there. And then name the tool that will be used to tighten the bolts and washers. When we are tightening bolts and washers, we are saying the tools are supposed to be found on the what? On the information or data form that we are given here. So what do we need to tighten here? We identify the tools that are, or the information that is here. What is needed in tightening bolts is called an alien key. It's called an alien key, which is used for that purpose. An alien key is used, we use an alien key. It is used for what? For tightening. So what is needed here is that the alien key is used. So that is what is used there. Is called an alien key is the one that is used in tightening bolts and washers. We are saying that is what is given from the data form. And then question next. Sorry, let me see. Yes, it's bolts and nuts which are tightened by allen key. So it's question 2. Kaisina is a town in Western Cape, province of South Africa. Map of the town is given and surrounding areas in the Western Cape as shown in the annexure that is given here. This is the town we are saying in what? Western Cape in South Africa. It is given the Western Cape in South Africa. So Indian Ocean, we have got all these other surrounding places around it. So Paradise, Belvedere College, Fisher's Haven, and all those are given there. Name the national road on the map that is given there. We said national roads are seen by N. N, we see that we have got what? The national road which is given there is that we have got what? N2. N2 is given, which is our national road, N2. N2 is given as the national road that we can see from the map there. And then in general, in which general direction will you go if you travel from? It means you are coming from Belvedere village going to Leisure Island. So we are moving from Belvedere. We are moving from Belvedere to go to this one. So what direction will you be taking? So this is Campus Points class. We are at Belvedere village. You are at Belvedere village, which is here. This is where we are. And then you should go to Leisure Island, Leisure or Leisure Island, which is this one. So what is happening is, as you are in this direction, you are here, you are at this position, Belvedere. So we say that you put your North Pole here. This is our north, and then south, east, west. So in most cases, the easiest thing that I would like you to do is that you draw a point, that a straight line that joins the two places together that you are working on. You join the two places with a straight line. You draw a straight line that joins the two places that you are working on, so that you can see the direction that you are moving. So you are moving from this direction, going this direction. This is the direction that you are moving. What direction are you taking? You are moving into that direction. So what we are saying is that the direction is what? Southeast. This is south, this is east. So you are moving southeast from Belvedere to Leisure Island. So it is southeast. Southeast. Southeast direction. I said that in any case, what you need to do is you join the 2 points that you are connecting, and then you show the direction from where it is written from. You draw the North Pole, you draw our compass direction there, and then you connect the 2 points that you are asked. So therefore you can be able to see them. So you always know that north is on your head, south is by your feet, east by your right, west by your what? By your left. So therefore, you can be able to see that is the compass direction that we are talking about. And then you'll be able to calculate the directions that you are taking from. So you are where you are set from to, you are standing from where it is from. You stand at a position which is written from, and then you move from towards the other direction that is given. Therefore, you are able to get the direction which you are asked of. That is how you get what compass directions. That is how you get compass directions. And then the actual distance between paradise, the actual distance between paradise, the actual distance between paradise and only is 7 kilometers. The distance between paradise and only is 7 kilometers. Use the scale to calculate the map distance to the nearest centimeter between the two towns. I've been showing this on the previous presentation. If you go to Metric Hub, please verify this. It's quite interesting that some of the notes and explanations are already catered for by the by the previous videos that I've uploaded. So here, what you are asked to do is that you are asked to calculate. You are asked to calculate what? You are asked to calculate the map distance, calculate the actual distance between the actual distance between the two places is given is 7 kilometers. Use the scale to calculate the map distance to the nearest centimeter between the two times. Calculate the map distance. So what we are given is actual. We want to convert it to map distance. We say that map distance map distance is equals to, we are saying map distance that we are given because we want to calculate our distance in what? It is 7 kilometers. And then we want to calculate it and change it to what? To uh, the actual distance is 7 kilometers. We want the distance in what? In centimeters. So we need to calculate to understand the relationship between between kilometers and what? Kilometers and centimeters. So what we are saying is that which is 1 kilometer is equals to 100,000 centimeters. So what we are saying is that if we calculate that, we need to calculate this as to say that this is equals to 7 kilometers. 7 kilometers multiplied by 100,000, and then this will give us, this is going to give us 700,000. This is going to give us 700,000 centimeters. We are converting kilometers into what? Into centimeters. It will give us 7,000 centimeters. But now what we are saying is that give the distance, calculate the map distance. Our map, we are given a key of 1 centimeter to 56,000 centimeters. That we have got our map scale. Our map scale is given here. We are given the map scale class. The map scale is given, which is here. This is our map. This is our map scale that we are given in there. So the given scale is there. So now what is happening is that we have got 700,000 centimeters. So we should give it as to, this is the actual distance. We convert it into map distance. So what we do, therefore, the map distance is equals to 700,000 divided by 56,000, because we are given that 56,000, 1 centimeter on the map represents 56,000 centimeters, which we are given there. So if we divide that, it will give us what? It will give us I say give your answer to the nearest centimeter. It means to the nearest whole number. So that can give us 12.5 centimeters. This can give us what? 13 centimeters. That can give us 13 centimeters. We are saying that can be 13 centimeters. We are saying to the nearest, the answer is said to the nearest centimeter. To the nearest centimeter. That was the question wants you to do. Wants you to give your answer to the nearest centimeter, which will give you this one, 13 centimeters. And then we are given that Busisiwe lives in Kinsa Heights and plans a trip to Pezula Estate. She will spend the weekend with her friends there. She will spend a weekend with her friends. The distance between Kinsa Heights and Pezula Estate is 11.2 kilometers traveled via N2 that we are given on the map there through the national road N2. So what is asked here is what Busisiwe travels at an average speed of 100 kilometers per hour. He travels at an average speed of 100 kilometers per hour. She drives a Polo Vivo 1.4 liter with a fuel consumption of 5.7 per liter, 5.7 liters per 100 kilometers. That is given there. So use the map of Christina and the above information to answer the questions that are here. The first question, 2.1, is saying calculate the approximate time in minutes that Busisi will take to travel from the Kinsa Heights to Pezula Estate. So our formula is that use the formula, use the following formula: speed is equals to distance over time. Distance over time is equals to what? Is equals to speed. So speed is equals to distance over time. That is what we are given there. So calculate the actual time, calculate the approximate time. So we said speed is equals to d over t. That is what we are asked here. So our distance, we are given that the distance that is going to travel is what is 11.2 kilometers. Uh, the distance, the distance is equals to 11.2. The distance is 11.2 kilometers. That is given there. 11.2 is the distance over time, and then we are asked, that is the time that we are asked to calculate, and then we are saying the speed which is given there is what? The speed is equal to 100 kilometers per hour. We are saying 100 is equals to 100 kilometers per hour. 100 kilometers per hour, sorry. 100 kilometers per hour. 100 kilometers per hour is equals to 11.2 is equals to 11.2 over what? Over t is equals to 11.2 over t, which we are saying it is what? Over our time. So in simple terms, class, before I go all over this thing, one thing that we should know is that these formulas is, if given, we are asked to make, I'm saying in simple terms, it's saying make t subject of formula is what is the simplest thing to do in these questions. Make t subject of formula, make t subject of the formula, which is given that it is S is equals to d over t. So when we make t subject of the formula, what do we do? When we make t subject of the formula is what we are going to do here, to say that we can say multiply by t, multiply by t both sides, multiply by t, multiply by t. So therefore t cancels, and then we say ts is equals to d, and then we divide by we divide by s, and then we see t is equals to d over s. T is equals to d over s, which is one thing that you should understand. We are saying make t subject of the formula. That is what you should do there. So in that case, we are going to find out that we are saying 100 kilometers per hour is equals to 11.2 over t. So when we calculate that, therefore, t is equals to, we say distance, which is equals to 11.2 divided by 100. 11.2 divided by 100, that can give us something like, what can we get there? It will give us 0, 112 0.112 hours. But the question is saying calculate in minutes. We calculate, the question is saying calculate in what? In minutes. The question wants us to calculate in minutes. That's one thing that we should understand. We are saying calculate in what? In minutes. So in minutes is equals to, we are having 0.112 multiplied by what? By 60. 0.112 multiplied by 60, which is gonna give us, this is equals to 60, Musa, to say 1 hour is close to 60 minutes. I guess that one we understand. This is close to 6.72 minutes. But then we are saying, give your answer, calculate approximate in minutes. So we can just give that approximately to say that when we calculate that in minutes, it's gonna give us, which can give us something like, if it is 0.6, 6.7, which is close to, we can say that can be equals to uh, 7 minutes, approximately rounded off to the nearest whole number. Round it off to the nearest whole number, you can calculate and then you get that. So what we are saying is that you make when given a formula, it is always, when one formula is there, it is always possible for us to calculate any of the given other formulas that might be given, or any other question that might arise. Whatever that can be given there, it is possible for us to calculate something else. So what I was saying is that you are asked to calculate time, and then time, whereas you are given that the formula that you are given in question, it is saying you are given a formula in question which says that use your formula to say uh, speed is equal to distance over time. You are given that speed, is equals to distance over time. So I'm saying making a subject of formula, meaning to say what is asked is what you should make an independent factor. So now we are saying S is equals to D over T. So we want to calculate T. So what we are saying is you make T subject of the formula by multiplying by T both sides. So I was saying you say this, multiply by T, you say this, multiply by T, and then you get TS is equals to D, because what happens is this T and that other T, they cancel, and then you have D there. So you divide by what? By S. You divide by S, so that S and S cancels. You have T is equals to D over what? Over S. That is the simple thing that I was saying. When you are asked to calculate something, where if you are asked to make subject of if you are given a formula, and from the formula any other variable is asked, we can as well be able to calculate D. We can as well be able to calculate S whenever a formula is given. That is the basics that I'm just illustrating to you, so that whenever you are going to calculate these things, you won't be making mistakes. You will be understanding them very clear and straightforward. So the next question is saying, Busisiwe. The next question is saying Busisiwe and her friends traveled an approximate distance in and around the Bezula estate of 156 kilometers with a car. Determine the total distance Busisiwe traveled during the weekend, including a trip to Venezuela estate and back. So what is happening is that this question is just not that much of a problem that we are supposed to worry too much. We are saying total distance, calculate, determine the total distance. The total distance is what we are supposed to calculate during the weekend, including a trip to and back. So we have got 2 here. It is times 2 here, because we are saying the distance to go and come back is times 2. So in this case, total distance, our total distance is equals to, we are saying our total distance, it is given that this distance, we are given from the information above there that the Pezuela distance, the distance between the distance between these two, Peninsula Estate and what is 11.2 kilometers. It is given that it is 11.2. So we are saying the total distance there, he has to go and come back. So we are saying it is 11.2, 11.2 kilometers times 2, because we are saying 11.2 times 2 plus of, we are saying an approximate distance in and around Peninsula of another 156 kilometers. So we are saying plus the 156 kilometers that is given there of another distance, 156 kilometers that is given there. So when we add this is equals to, we are saying this is equals to 11, we are saying 11.2 plus 11.2 plus 156 plus 156, we are saying kilometers. This can give us something like 178.4 kilometers. I hope you are understanding. We are saying this is 11.2 times 2 because we said to go and come back. The information saying the total traveled during distance traveled during the weekend, including a trip to Peninsula Estate and to and back. To and back, it means we are having the distance is the same, but to go and come back, that is why we say times 2 there. And then question 2.3, 2.2.3, Busisiwe claims that she will spend less than 250 rands, on petrol for a return trip, including the weekend driving to and from Peninsula Estate. Verify with necessary calculations whether a statement is valid or not. So total cost of fuel is 24 rand 45 cents per liter. So in this case, what we are saying is we need to calculate the total liters that is she's gonna use. Total liters, number of liters of petrol, total fuel required is equals to, we are saying the total fuel required is equals to, this is equals to, that must be calculated as to say that we have got, what is this? We have got our total fuel is equals to total distance traveled over speed multiplied by the consumption of fuel that is there. So the consumption of fuel, it is given also in our, you're saying Busisiwe travels in average speed at an average speed of 100 kilometers per hour, drives a Polo 1.4 with a fuel consumption of 5.7 liters. And then we are also given that the total distance traveled, which we calculated above, is that the total distance which has been traveled is this one, 178 kilometers, 178.4 kilometers is the total distance. So the number of liters of petrol that you would need is what we need to calculate now first. And then we multiply it by the cost. So total fuel needed, we are saying total distance is called total distance traveled over speed. Total distance traveled, total distance traveled over speed. The speed is given that is traveling at 100 kilometers per hour. It's given that he traveled at a speed of 100 kilometers per hour, which is given here. So what we are saying is 1,000 total distance traveled over speed multiplied by fuel consumption. We are saying multiplied by fuel consumption multiplied by fuel consumption, which is given that is 5.7. It's 5.7 liter there, which is given there. It is given that the fuel consumption is what 5.7 liters. So this is equals to, we substitute total distance traveled is what we get in the above statement, which is 178.4 over 100 multiplied by 5.7. And then if we calculate that, it can give us, this is equals to 10,000. We're just saying this is equals to 10.1688 liters. And then this is the liters. So we want the total cost. So this is the what? The total liters that she needs. So therefore, cost is equals to, the total cost is equals to, the fuel is given that the cost per liter, the cost of fuel per liter is given here. The cost of fuel per liter is given that it is 24 rand 45 cents. This is equals to, that is equals to 10.1688 multiplied by 24.45. This is the price per liter, which is equals to, when we calculate that, we can get that this is going to be giving us something like it's going to give us how much? 248.63 rands. So they are saying the statement says that yeah, now she said she's gonna use what? She said she's gonna use 250 rands on petrol on a trip, including the weekend driving. So the trip we said is to and from plus the 156, which we get that. So now we're saying that the total cost of fuel that she's gonna have, or that she has to use, is the total of cost of fuel is that she's gonna use what? 248 rand 63 cents. So this 243 rand 248.63 cents is not is what? It's less than 250. Your claim is 250. So your statement she said she's gonna spend she's less she said that she will spend less, less than 250 rand. So the statement is correct. There's 258 is less than 250 rand. Therefore your statement is what? A claim is valid. A claim is valid because we are saying that when we calculate the total cost that she's gonna spend there on the total on this driving distance, we are saying we can find out that is 248 rand, which is less than 250 rand that she said it's less than. Hence, a claim is what is correct. A claim is valid, is correct. That is what is happening in this respect. Question 3. Question 3, we are given that Hein bought a fish tank at Premium Aquatics. The fish tank with dimensions is shown in the picture below, and then the dimensions of the fish tank radius is close to 2.1 foot. So now define the term volume. Define the term volume. Define the term volume. So volume in simple terms is the measure of three-dimensional space occupied by an object. Volume is a measure. It is a measure of three is a measure of three-dimensional space that is occupied by an object that is occupied by an object or enclosed within a container, or is enclosed in a container. So now what I want you to understand is that when we say volume, it is a measure of three-dimensional space that is occupied by an object. So it's a space enclosed within a container. So what you need to understand is that it is always measured in cubic units. That is one thing, again, that I want you to understand when we are talking about volume. Volume is measured in cubic units, and what is very important is that it can be cubic, it can be given as in terms of solid object. Solid object, it can be given as in what? It can be given in cubic centimeters or cubic meters, which can be in cubic meters or cubic centimeters. That is in terms of solids. However, in terms of liquids, it can be given in liters or milliliters. So now the thing is three-dimensional space. Three-dimensional space, it applies to objects that actually have the length, they have the width, the height. So it is equals to length times width. It is equals to, we are saying it is length times width times height. Length times width times height is what you call volume. Volume is always given in terms of a three-dimensional space occupied by an object or is enclosed in a container, which is measured in cubic units. It's measured in, we are saying, don't forget that is measured in cubic units. It is measured in cubic units, which I have given you there, liters or milliliters, cubic meters or cubic centimeters. That is it. And then the question is saying, calculate the height of the fish tank. Calculate the height of the fish tank. Calculate the height of the fish tank if the volume is 3.8 cubic feet. And then you may use the formula given there. This question class is similar to what we have just asked. We have done before. We are asked to calculate the what? We are asked to calculate the height, and then we are given the formula here. Volume is equals to pi r squared h, pi r squared h, which is the formula for calculating what? That is the volume that the formula for calculating volume. Volume is equal to pi r squared h. So now what we are saying is that we need to calculate h. We need to calculate h. For us to calculate h, we make h subject of the formula. For us to calculate h, we must make h subject of the formula, which is equals to we can make h subject of formula. That is the simple thing. Make h subject of the formula. You make h subject of the formula. That is the simple. That's the simplest formula. That is the easiest thing that we are supposed to do here. So we are given that our volume is equals to. It is given that the volume is 38.8 feet. 38.8 feet is equals to pi. We are given that use the following formula. Pi is 3.142 times radius, which we are saying that the radius that is given there, our r squared, let me see, the radius is given that it is 2.1. The radius is given that our radius is 2.1. So that is our radius that is given pi r multiplied by, we are saying multiplied by r at 2.1 squared multiplied by what? Multiplied by h. Multiplied by h. That is what we are doing there. And then that can give us to say that when we multiply this, we can find that our 38.8 is equals to 13.85622h. So what do we do there? We divide by what? Divide by 13.85622. We divide by 13.85622. And then what happens is that this and this cancels, and then we divide there, we remain with h. Therefore, h is equals to 38.8 over 13.8 5622, which gonna give us something. Let's just see what is it gonna give us. We divide there, which is gonna give us something like 2.8 foot. Our units of measurements, which are given there, 2.8 foot. I hope class you are getting this well. You are getting this well. You are getting this nicely. We are saying that's how you get it. That's how you get it. That's how we get these calculations. Therefore, h is equals to volume over what? Over the calculated pi times r. squared. It gives us that. So you can calculate and get that, and then you would find out that that is how this is worked out. That's how these answers are, that is what we are getting, and that's how you get it. So I'm saying, don't forget that I said that when given a formula and you're asked to calculate one variable within the formula, what you are asked to calculate is what you make subject of the formula in order for you to understand this. Make each subject of the formula. You can make each subject of the formula within the given formula here. So I was saying, when we are given this, in simple terms, when we are given these questions here, when we are given this, we are saying uh, volume is equals to pi r squared h, and then we want to calculate what h. So what we do is we divide by pi r squared both sides. We divide by pi r squared. So when we divide by pi r squared, this pi and this pi, they cancel. We say v is equals to v over pi r squared, v over pi r squared is equals to h. That is what we are doing there. That's how we calculated this. That is how we calculate this for this h. H is equal to volume over pi r squared. That's how you can get h. That is what we have done here. It's just that I started by substituting the values and then I calculated it like that. But this is the same. That is the same formula that we are doing to say v volume is equals to pi r squared h, and then you make h subject of the formula by dividing. When we are saying make something subject of the formula, it means it must stand alone, equalsing to a certain formula. It must be equalsing to a certain formula like that, what we have done here. Therefore, we get this as like the correct answer with regards to what we are calculating there. So v over pi r squared is equals to h. You get 2.8 foot. Don't forget the units that are always given in question. Don't forget the units that are always given in question. And then the required temperature, the required temperature for the fish tank is 72 degrees Frankfurt. Here he claims that he needs to set the temperature to 22.2 degrees to be equivalent to the required temperature. The temperature for the fish tank is this one. He claims that he needs to set the temperature 22.2 to be equivalent to the required temperature. Verify with necessary calculations whether the claim is valid or not. So we are given that use the following formula. So what is given that what we are given is that the temperature is equals to is that. So what we do here is that we are given that temperature. We are given that temperature is equals to F is equals to F minus 32 degrees multiplied by 5 over 9, multiplied by 5 over 9, which is given there. So what is happening is that this can be equals to, we can say this is equals to, verify the statement. So we are saying this is equals to our temperature, which is given here, degrees 72 degrees Frankfurt is equals to 72 degrees F minus 32 we are saying this multiplied by 5 over 9, multiplied by 5 over 9, And then this can give us what? When we calculate that, it can give us um 22 triple two degrees Celsius. So what we are saying is that when you calculate this, the formula which we are given there is saying that he claims that he needs to set the temperature at 22.2 degrees Celsius, which is equals to, this is equals to 22.2 degrees Celsius. This is equals to 22.2 degrees Celsius. So, with regards to that, Haynes claim, Haynes claim, Haynes claim is actually is Haynes claim is valid, because if you calculate according to the formula that we have given there, we can get this is 22.2 degrees Celsius, which is according to the claim that Haynes has given. The fish tank is 72% full of water. After adding stones to the bottom of the fish tank is 87% full of water. Calculate the volume of stones in the in cubic feet. Round your final answer to one decimal place. So what is happening here is that we are just given some nice simple mathematics. Ne? So we need to say volume of stones. Volume of stones is equal. Volume of stones is equals to, because we are saying when the fish tank is full, the fish tank is 75% full of water. After adding stones to the bottom of the fish tank, it means the stones are occupying the fish tank. The tank is 87% full of water. So it means the stones have occupied some space. So calculate the volume of the stones, which is caused the volume to increase to 87%. So now we are saying this is equals to 87% minus 75%. That is the volume of stones. Volume of stones is actually 87% minus what? Minus the actual volume. So which is equals to, we can get that can be giving us 12. This can give us 12%. And then what we need to do is that we need to calculate that calculate the volume of the stones in cubic feet. So now what we need to calculate here is that 12% is stones. So we calculate 12% of the volume of the actual volume. 12% of the actual volume, which we say that the actual volume is 38 point. We are given that the actual volume it is 38.8 it is 38.8, which is given there to say the volume is the volume. It is given here that the volume is 38. The volume is given here, which is 38.8 feet. So what we are saying is that we calculate 12% of the actual volume. So volume of stones, therefore volume of stones is equals to 12 over 100 multiplied by the actual volume, which we said 38.8 feet, cubic feet, is what we are given. This 38.8, we are not calculating anything. It is given in our formula there. It is given in the statement. So what we can get is that we calculate that is equals to 38, 12.8, 12% of 38.8, it will give us 4.65, 4.6 4.56 feet, 4.6, 4.65 feet. But the question is saying, give round your answer to one decimal, round your answer to one decimal place, round your answer to one decimal place. So like I always say, don't forget that when you are calculating this, I said that follow the instructions per given question. So round your answer to one decimal place, round your answer to one decimal place. So to one decimal place, it means one digit after the comma, which is equals to 4.6. So here, one decimal place is this one. So we consider there, which is going to give us 4.7 feet is our final answer. 4.7 feet is the volume of the stones. 4.7 feet is the volume of the stone. I'm sure that we can get that. Sometimes other way around, you can calculate the percentages of the actual volume to say 87% of 38.80 and also 75% of 38.80, and then you subtract the difference. You can still be able to also get the answers as right as this one. You calculate the percentage, actual volume of 75% of this, and also you can also calculate it like that to say the percentages of these, to say 87% of 38.8% and also 75% of that one, and then you subtract the difference. Therefore you can get also the answer being correct. You can also get the answer being correct, but the simplest one that I liked also, I like to follow here now, or I like to give to you now, is that calculate the percentage differences, and then you express the difference, the percentage difference of you calculate the percentage difference, and then you get that as the fractional percentage of the total capacity of the volume of the tank. Therefore, you get that one. We are given here. We are given here now that Yane wants to build a cabinet to display his fish tank to prevent it from falling and breaking. So his bricklayer informed him that he would need about 2,800 bricks for the cabinet he has in mind. Below is the image of the brick that they will use. So we are given that as the volume, the type of the brick that they would use. So now, the question wants us to calculate the total surface area. Total surface area in square millimeters of the brick needed for the wall display cabinet. The formula for the is given. Total surface area. We are given that total surface area. Total surface area is equals to, as given there, our total surface area as given is given as it is there. So we are saying 2 times length times 2 multiplied by all of this, and then times 4. So it is equals to, we substitute the values that we are given here. We substitute the values that we are given in this formula. So therefore we can be able to calculate this. So our total surface area is equals to 2 is equals to 2 length times width. Length is given 24, is given that length times width, length times width is 24 plus 2. We are saying length times width is equals to length times width 24 24 times width times 24 times width, which is 100. Width is 1 times width. So now we are saying your answer is given in what? You should understand that your answer must be given in what? Give your answer in square millimeters. So this is 24 centimeters. You convert them into what? You convert those 24 you convert 24 you must convert 24 into millimeters. That's the first thing before we do anything. Convert the 24 centimeters into millimeters, which is equals to, we say multiply by what? 1 centimeter is equals to 10 millimeters. So 24, you say multiply by what? By 10, which gives you 240. 24 times 10, it gives you 240 in order to get millimeters. That is 240 times width, which is our width here, 112 multiplied by 112 plus 2, and then multiply by length times height. Length is 240 again. Our 240 height is multiplied by height is 70 there. Length times height plus 2 plus 2, and then width times height. Width is 112 multiplied by 70, and then times what? Times 2. So that is what is happening here. It's just a matter of substituting the values that we are given into the formula. It's a matter of substituting the values into the formula so that you can get your answers as they are. So that is what you are supposed to do there. So if you calculate this, you say this is gonna give you, this is equals to 53,760 plus 33,600 plus 15,680. Then this is gonna give you 103,040 millimeters. You understand? That is how you do. So in other words, what is very important here is just a matter of substituting the formula, the values into your formula, and then you are done. That's what is needed in this respect. So 3.2, determine the number of complete pallets transported by truck if the pallet contains 500 bricks. So the number of complete pallets, number of complete pallets, is equals to, we are saying determine the number of complete pallets transported by the truck if one pallet is 500 bricks. So what is happening is that our 2,500, which we are given there, multiplied by, 2,500 are divided by what? By the, divided by, we are saying needed 2,500 bricks. the bricks that are needed is 2,500 bricks, and then 2,500 bricks is equals to 2,500 divided by 500. So therefore we can get the number of pallets. 2,500 divided by 500. That can give us the number of pallets that we can get, which can give us to say we cancel there, we cancel there. This can give us five pallets. I'm sure you can see this. The total bricks that he needs over the so one pallet contains 500. So we divide the number of we divide that 500 bricks that are in a pallet into the total number of bricks. So we get 5 there. And then the weight of the pallet transported, the weight of the pallet transported is 9,187 kgs. Convert the weight of one pallet to a ton. Convert the weight of one pallet. Convert the weight of one pallet to a ton. So what is happening is the weight of one pallet, and then note that 1,000 kg is equals to 1 ton, which is given here. It's given that 1,000 kgs is equals to 1 ton, and that I think we always know that that the relationship of units. So weight of one pallet is equals to we are saying that is equals to weight of one pallet is equals to this is equals to the 9,187.5. We are saying we want to say convert the weight of one to what? To ton. So we can just say divide by 500, which is divide by 5, and then we convert the final answer to what? To tons. So we have got 9187 over 5, and then it can give us 1,887.5 kg, and then we convert this into tons. These are kgs. Anyway. Therefore, we want our answer in tons. So in tons, this is equals to 1,837 divided by 1,000. This can give you the final answer, which can give you, like, divided by 1,000, you can get that this is equals to 1.837. We're saying 1.837.375 tons. That's what you do in tons. That is what we do here, because we are given that that is given in our scenario, that the weight of tons, the relationship of units, the weight of one pallet transported, the weight of the pallet transported, or the 5 pallets. We are saying the weight of the pallets, all of them, 5 of them, 1. This is the weight for, this is weight of 5. This is weight of 5 pallets, this one that we are given here. So we want the weight This is weight of 5 pallets. This one is weight of 5 pallets. So we want to calculate the weight of 1 pallet. So we divide this by 5. We divide this one by 5 so that we can get the weight of 1. This is the weight. Please note that this what we have here is the weight of 1. This is weight of 1 pallet in kgs. So now in what? In tons. The weight in tons is what we change that one to tons now. That is what you just need to understand, that there are 5 pallets, but their total weight transported is that one. So we divide by 5 to get weight of 1, and then we convert that into what? Into tons. That is what is basically asked in this respect. The next question is saying, Yain claims that the volume of all bricks is 4.7 square meters. Verified with necessary calculations whether Yain's claim is valid or not. Use the following formula. Volume of brick is equals to length times width times height. So if we can go to this one, we can say that volume of a rectangular prism is equals to length times width times height, which we are saying that this can be given that we said that the length is 240. I guess you see that one, we got it there to say we got the volume there. We get the volume there. That is to say we converted this to what? To millimeters, and then it gave us 240 millimeters. And then we have got this, and then we have got also the height, which is that one. So we have got H, we have W, we have L. All these are given. These are the given figures here. So what we are saying is that we are given that these are the volume, these are the measurements that we are having. We have this volume, we have the formula. Our formula is saying, our formula class is saying length is 240 millimeters times width is 112 times what? Times height 70. That we got all of them there, and then we can calculate this. These are all millimeters again. These are all millimeters. So we are saying 240 times 112 times what? 240 times 112 240 times 112 times 70. These are all in millimeters class. So when we calculate that, we can get that this can give us 1,886,600 cubic millimeters. 1,881,600 cubic millimeters. And then we are saying this is the volume. And then we are saying he claims that the volume of all the bricks is this one. Verify that. So we are saying multiply by the number of bricks there. So we have got this, and then this is close to 1,881,600 multiplied by the number of bricks. We said there are 2,500 bricks that are needed there, which are inside or which are required in that regard. and then this is equals to this is equals to 4,704,000,000 is 4 billion. This can give us 4,704,000,000. Then we are saying we want our answer in what? We want our answer in what? In cubic meters. We need to convert the answer to cubic meters. Don't forget, we are still in cubic what? These are cubic millimeters. These are cubic millimeters, class. These are cubic millimeters. Don't forget that. But the answer want you you need to have your answer in cubic meters. So we convert also this to be what? We also divide by 1 billion here to change our cubic millimeters to what? To cubic meters. Divided by 1 billion. When we divide that, this is equals to it gives, obviously, you know that we are dividing there, it gives us 4.704 because we divide, we cancel these zeros, we cancel these 6 zeros, we divide those 6 zeros. I'm saying these 6 zeros cancel and these 6 zeros cancel, which would give us 4,704 divided by 1,000. It gives us 4.07 cubic meters. And then this is equals to, rounded off to the nearest to 1 decimal place. This gonna give us 4.7 cubic. This can give us 4.7 cubic what? Cubic meters. So the concept here, class, that you are supposed to take note of is the understanding of the conversion of units, because the formula is given. There is no confusion with the formula because these figures are there. There is no any thinking. It's only a matter of substitution. But you are only asked, you are being tested to be aware of the conversions of units, which is the one key thing that you are supposed to worry about as you go through it. So let's just go the like one of the bricks that Hein is going to use cost two rand 60 and the cost of delivery is 600 rand. What brick is that? Calculate the cost. Calculate the cost. Uh, but in this case, I'm also just saying that according to the statement, we have not yet answered. So he's saying, he claims that the volume of all the bricks is what? The volume of the bricks is 4.7 cubic meters. So the claim is what? The claim is correct. His claim is what? His claim is valid, or is what? Is correct. His claim is valid or is correct, because that is what we get after we calculate the. So now let's just quickly calculate this one. Calculate the cost. We are saying the one brick going to use one brick cost this much, and the cost of delivery is 650 rand. Calculate the cost here we have to pay for the truck that will be needed, including delivery. Round off your answer to the nearest 100 rand. So here it is just also this is also one other simple question that we are asking here now, that the cost of each brick, one of the bricks that Jane is going to use cost 2 rand 60. So the total cost of bricks only, total cost of bricks only is equals to number of bricks, number is equals to number of bricks number of bricks multiplied by cost per brick multiplied by cost of one brick, that is the cost of bricks only, which is going to give us that he needs the bricks that we identify that he needs from the question from all over where we started. We said that he needs 2,500 bricks. He needs 2,500 bricks. 2,500 multiplied by 2 rand 60. 2,500 multiplied by 2 rand 60. That is the cost of the total cost of bricks only, which is gonna give us this. This is close to 6,500 rand. 6,500 rand. That is the cost of bricks only. But therefore, we are saying the total cost. We are saying the question is saying calculate the cost, and we have to pay for the brick that will be needed in the deliver, including delivery. So including delivery, cost of bricks, total cost is uh, uh, cost of bricks plus delivery, which is equals to cost of bricks is which is close to 6,500 that we get there, plus the delivery cost, which is 650. The delivery cost is given here. The delivery cost is given there, which we are saying that plus 650 rand. So what do we get? This can give us 7,000 rand. You can see that that can give us this can give us 6,000, 6,500 plus it's gonna give us 7,150. So 7,150, saying round your answer to the nearest 100th. Answer round off to the nearest 100th. I am always speaking and referring to you that you must not forget that your questions have got always some slight uh, gaps that if you don't find them correctly, you will miss your answer. So to the nearest 100th, that is to say that we are saying to the nearest 100th, this is 7,150. So to the nearest 100th, it can round up to say that this gonna round up to the nearest 100 to say that it gives us 150 to the nearest 150 rand to the nearest 100. It can give us what 7,200. 150 can round up to 200. That can give us 7,200 rand is the final answer. I'm sure that we can see this. Uh, we are going to question 4. We are almost there. Don't worry, we are almost there now. The first question is saying, Sankleton is a hamlet in the town of Pennsylvania in New York, United States. Study the road map of the is in Annexure B of the addendum and answer the question that follow. So now, the addendum I have just attached it below because of the space here. The addendum we have attached it here in the next page here. Road map of the Pennsylvania, New York. So here's the map here. And then we are given the scales here that are given. And then what is given here is that this is the map. And the question is saying list 2 types of scales used on maps. On maps, we can use bar scale as the one that is given there. We can use bar scale. We can also use linear scale. I'm sure that you know that on map we use linear scale also. You can also use linear scale. Those are the scales that can be used. And also we have got what is called a ratio scale. A ratio scale, sorry, which we said that 1 is to 56,000 that we've been using all along there. 1 is to 20,000, 1 is to 50 is the ratio scale, which is given there. So these are types of scales that we can use. Types of scales that can be used: the linear scale, bar scale, bar scale, and ratio scale. We can use these in what? In maps. Using the given scale, calculate the actual distance in miles between Cleck's summit and Archbold. If the distance on the map between these two places is 10.5 centimeters. Guys, this is the question that we just calculated before there. We once calculated this question from the previous questions. We are saying that using the map, calculate the actual distance between the Clark's Summit and Archbold. If the distance on the map between the two places is 10.5 centimeters. So from the scale, what he's saying is that what we are saying is that calculate the actual distance. So the actual distance in this case is that we are saying 10.5 centimeters. We convert the 10.5 centimeters into this. So we are given that the map scale, using the scale, the actual distance in miles between the two, calculate the actual distance. What we are calculating is the actual distance. If the distance between these two is that one. So we are saying our scale is equals to, our scale is equals to 6.7 centimeters. When we calculate that one, it can give us, we are saying 6.7 centimeters. So 6.7 centimeters is equals to 12 miles. Is equals to 12 miles. And then we divide by 6.7, divide by 6.7, divide by 6.7, and then what we get that 1 centimeter is equals to 1 centimeter is equals to 1.79 1.791044 776. These are miles. 1 centimeter is equals to 1.79 so miles. So now, therefore, actual distance is equals to, we are saying our actual distance, which is given here, is that it is 10.5. It is given that the actual distance is 10.5. So 10.5 centimeters, we multiply it by them. We are saying we convert 10.5 into miles by multiplying by the relevant measurement, which is in miles here. So we are saying 10.5 multiplied by 10.5 multiplied by 1.7. We can round off this number in order for it to be punched into the calculator. We are saying multiplied by 1.7910, something like that. And then that can give us, this is equals to 18 80, 59, 7. So, which we can round off to the nearest to say that this can be, we can round off to say 18.80, 18.81. We are rounding off from here, 18.81 miles. 18.81 miles. That's how you can get that. And then the tourist must attend a conference in Berkeley at 3 o'clock. The traveling distance from his house to Berkeley is that miles. He claims that if he leaves home at 13:30 and stops at a petrol for 25 minutes, you will be on time for his conference. The tourist travels at an average speed. For those who are following, I'm sure that this question we have calculated it before. This is the same question that we calculated in the previous question, which we were saying that we are calculating. We are calculating uh, when given time, and then we verify the calculation whether the claim is valid. So time is equals to distance over speed. So in this case, what we are saying is that our distance, we are saying time is equals to, time is equals to distance over speed, distance over speed. And then what are we saying? Our distance is equals to the distance between the two places is this one, 12, 1,112, 121.4 miles, which is close to 120, 121.4 over speed, the speed which it says that average speed of 85, average speed of 85 over 85 miles. So what are we calculating? We are saying that that can give us to say that this is equals to 1.4 1.482 hours. And then what are we asked here? The tourist travel, verify with necessary calculations. Therefore, what we are saying is that calculate, and then the time therefore is that the time is what we convert that into. We can convert that, and then we can get we convert that into time, into hours. Multiply by into minutes, multiply by 60, which can give us that we can see that the time multiplied by 60, we get 1 hour 25 minutes. 1 hour 25 minutes. 1 hour 25 minutes is the time. So we are saying 1 hour 25 minutes is the time. So in this case, we are just saying departure time, traveling time, and then stop time that we can see. That is equals to the tourist must attend a conference at 3 o'clock. The traveling distance of the traveling distance from his house is this one. He claims that if he arrives He claims that if he leaves his house at 13:30 and stops at a petrol station, stops at a petrol station uh, for 25 minutes, he will be on time on his conference. The tourist travels at this speed. So we are saying he leaves at what? At 13:30. He leaves at 13:30 and stops at a garage. He leaves he leaves at 13:30 and stops at a garage for 25 minutes. Then he will be on time for his conference. So if he leaves at 13:30, this means to say that if he leaves at 13:30 plus waiting time, so what we are saying is that he's going to take this gonna give us that 13:30 departure time, and then we say that if his arrival time is equals to, therefore we are saying arrival time is equals to departure time 13:30. Departure time, he departs at 13:30, and then traveling time, he travels at 1 hour. We said he travels at 1 hour 25 minutes. 1 hour 25 minutes, and then he stops at petrol station. At petrol station, he stops for 25 minutes. Stops at for 25 minutes. We are saying departure time, traveling time, and then petrol station stop. So we can look at this. That can be given there that when we look at this, so we are saying if we say this one plus this one, he leaves at 13:31, so we add there. So what we can get here is that this is his time that he's going to spend on the road, total time spent on the road, total time spent on road is equals to 1 hour 25 minutes, 1 hour 25 plus 25 minutes is equals to say 1 hour 50 minutes. So we say 1 hour 50 minutes, we add it to his departure time. He leaves at 1:30. So we say 1:30 1:30 plus this one, we add that time together. We say that will add plus 1 hour 30, 1 hour 50 minutes plus 13:30, 13:30 plus 1 hour 50. That will give us what? That will give us let's just quickly work it. That will give us what? We add that, we add that, we add that. That will give us 15 hours, 1520. 15, that will give us 1520. That will give us 1520 hours. So he said if he can live, he claims that if he can live and have that time, he will arrive. He's saying the conference starts at 3 o'clock. And then the tourist travels. So then what we are saying is you arrive on time, clear that you live at his house and then stops, you will be on time. You won't be on time because we said that the total time he will be is going to arrive at, his arrival time is going to be, is going to arrive at at the place at 20 past 3. He's going to arrive at 20 past 3. He's going to arrive at 20 past 3. That is his arrival time, which is going to be late. So the claim is wrong. The claim is what? The claim is going to be invalid. The claim, his claim is invalid because you arrive at the conference 20 minutes later. You arrive 20 minutes later. That's what is the correct time, because we said that he arrives at 15. You arrive at 20 past 3. Instead, he must arrive. Instead, he must arrive at what? At 3 o'clock. He should arrive at 3 o'clock, but his actual time is what? Is 1520, but estimated arrival time is this one, 3 o'clock, which is not correct. It is not going to be correct because he's going to be what? 20 minutes later. It's going to be 20 minutes later in terms of this. So let's go to the next question. Determine the probability of randomly selecting a road on the map that is a state road. Determine the probability of selecting a state road. So what is happening is determine the probability of selecting a state road on the map. So state roads, check here class, the state roads are marked by, they are shown by a rectangle with a number inside that is a state road. So we have to check the total number of roads and then also how many of the roads are what are state roads. How many of them are state roads? So state roads, let's look at state roads. How many do we have? How many state roads do we have? State roads is a rectangle. We have got state road, state, we say 1. We have state road 1, that is 690. We want to check again, do we have state roads? State roads, we are saying the state roads, we must check that how many of them do we have as state roads. So we have 690. Let's check if we have got 690. We have got another state road, and then 2. We want to check if there are any other state roads that are there. Any other state roads that are there. I don't see any other roads, but then we count the total number of roads that are there. We count all the number of roads that are there. We have got the state roads. We are saying total roads. We are saying highway, interstate, and also state roads. We count all of them. So number of roads that we have got all the roads that are there, this and this. We say 1. We have got 2. We have got 3. 11 is marked. 81 is marked already. We have counted it. We say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Which one is left? State roads. 11 is marked there. We are saying all the roads, there must be how many of them? How many are they? 1, 380. The total road that we have in here, 81, 476. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 11 is marked also. Is marked also. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. 6 here. 3. Okay, here we repeated 3. It's 4 here. So it's 7, 8. Where we said 7, this is 80. So total roads on the roads versus the ones that are state roads, it gives us the probability of the state roads. We are saying the probability of state roads, it is equals to a number of state roads over total number of roads over total number of roads. That is equals to the number of state roads. Number of state roads that we have, we said we have got 2 over total roads is 80, which is going to be 1 over 4 is the probability of state roads that we have. 1 over 4 is the probability, number of state roads. Probability, determine the probability of randomly selecting a state road on the map is equal to number of state roads over total number of roads that are present or that are available. We got that, that is 2 over 8, which is going to give us 1 over 4. The last one, we are given here that one delay bought an Ugandan flag mounted on a rectangular wooden frame as shown in the diagram below. So diagram not drawn to scale, picture of the Ugandan flag and then dimensions of the rectangular wooden frame. So that is what we are given here. So show that area of the white cloth needed to cover the circle is what? Is 70.89 square centimeters. You may use the following formula. So now, what we are saying is that the way to make the area of the white cloth needed to cover the circle is that one. Use the formula. Use the following formula. Area of a circle is cos pi r squared, where pi is equals to 3.14. So this is equals to, when we are calculating this one, you should understand that we are given that this is the here 9.8 is the diameter, and then we are saying the radius of that, our radius is equals to 9 over 9.5 divided by 2, and then we divide by 2, we get 4.75 centimeters. This is the radius, because we are given the diameter. This is diameter over 2. Don't forget, is diameter divided by 2 is equals to what? Is equals to radius. That's what is happening there. So now we are saying the area is equals to pi r squared, which is equals to pi 3.142 multiplied by 4.75 squared is gonna give us what? Squared is gonna give us area of a circle. It's gonna give us that we are saying we can calculate that, and then if we can calculate this, it's gonna give us put it through the calculator, it gives us 70.891375. Obviously these are square centimeters, which is equals to 70.89 square centimeters. So what is happening here is that we are just calculating the area of the square, and then we can see how much area of the circle, sorry. So then we can see what is happening there. So this can say that did show that the area of this is that one. Use the formula. So we are just proving what is given by calculating this. This is area of what? Area of a circle is calculated by this formula, pi r squared, which we have substituted, and then we get that. So thank you very much, class. We go on. Determine the weight of the rectangular wooden frame in centimeters. If the area of the rectangular wooden without circle is this much. So we can also use the formula, area of a rectangle is equal to length times width. 1 inch is equal to that. So length of the wooden frame length of wooden frame is equals to, we are given that the length of the wooden frame, it is given that 22 inch. It is given that we are given in this reference that the length is 22 inch, which is given there, 22 inch. So we are saying length of the wooden frame, we convert that, we are given that 1 inch is equals to 1 inch is equals to 2.54 centimeters. So the length is 22 inch. So we convert that to say that 22 inch multiplied by 2.45 2,54, and then we get that is equals to, it's gonna give us 55.880, and then area of the rectangle, area of rectangle is equals to, we said area of the rectangle is equals to length times width, which is equals to our area, our length, our area. We are given that the area rectangular wooden without the circle is the area, which is 2,688. 2,682 is the area. Square centimeters is equals to our length times width is equals to our length 55.88 centimeters times W, and then we can therefore find out that 2682 square centimeters is equals to 558 55.88 W divided by 55.88 divided by 55.88, and then we cancel there. We have got W is equals to that is our width. Our width is equals to, we divide this, it can give us 47.995, which is equals to 48 centimeters is equals to width. So the width is that, like I'm saying, you are just making make width subject of formula again, as we have done before. Area A is equals to LW, and then you divide by L, you divide by L, so that you cancel there, you remain with L cancels, and then W is equals to A over what? Over L. That is your formula for calculating this W that we have got there. That is your formula to calculate that what we have found there. So it is what we are saying there. And then the last one, Luantile claims that the width of one of the rectangular bars is 8 centimeters. Verify the necessary with necessary calculation whether the claim is valid. So width of the rectangle bar, we are saying width of rectangular bar of the rectangular bar is equals to, we are saying the width is equals to 48 centimeters. So now he claims that one width of the rectangular bar is 8 centimeters. Verify whether the claim is valid. So we are saying this is close to 48 centimeters. That is what we have got. And then we are saying this if one of the width is that one is 48. So we say 48 divided by 6. 48 divided by 6, we get what? We get 8 centimeters. So what we can say is that the claim for a longest claim is valid. The claim is valid because we are saying that if given this, we can actually identify that after we put 8 centimeters, and then he claims that he claims that the width of one of the rectangular is 8 centimeters. If we divide and we calculate and verify that with the various necessary calculation that we are using here, you can find out that we can get that this can give us what? This can give us the right answer, that it can give us 8 centimeters. It can give us 8 centimeters, which you can see concluding on that. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your time, class, and all the best in the upcoming exams. I hope that you are not gonna make any mistakes, and you are going to follow the channel to the end until grade 12. Just check and watch the quality. Check and watch the articulation of formulas and everything. You will never go wrong. Keep on connected and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share. All the best until we meet again. Paper 1 is coming anytime soon. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful stay.